I was one of these children that, as a child, I was the second of 4 boys. I have an older brother who refused to go to school without me. So I got started in school a little early. I was born in '39 in Pulsifer, Wisconsin. And my parents were farmers. And went to a 1-room, 8th grade school. My earliest art education was Jim Schwalbach on Let's Draw. They also had Professor Gordon for music. So if we were good, they would let us have these programs on the WHA radio. And so that was my first experience with art. I always drew. I always had a pencil. I always tried to make pictures. My grandfather taught me how to erase, because I used to erase everything on the board. If I made a mistake in the middle of the page, I erased everything on the outside. So Grandpa Pegenkoff taught me how to erase. He said you only have to erase the things that you make a mistake with. So that's how I got started, and the influence in my art. The other thing is, when I was taking this class in art or from Jim Schwalbach, he always said, draw what you can see. You don't draw what you don't know. So if there were birds around or trees around, I drew them. And one of my projects when I was a kid, at about 4th or 5th grade, we walked about 1.25 miles to school. And I knew where every bird nest was along the way. So I had a whole series of birds, meadowlarks, robins, bluebirds, drawn, because when I was going home from school, I'd sit in the ditch and I'd wait for the bird to land, and then I'd sketch them. So I had a whole series of drawings that I'd made as a kid, just sitting in the ditch watching the birds. You'd think that takes patience, but I'm a very impatient person. So it was really a job for me to do that. When I moved to town, I was 14 years old, and the University of Wisconsin was offering an extension class at one of the schools, and they had advertised it in the paper for anyone interested in art. So I went over there, and they said, oh no, this is adults. Kids can't do this. And they wouldn't let me join the class. So there was a lady in town by the name of Thibodeau, who was quite a flower painter. She did enormous paintings of flowers. Then she shipped them to California. And so I used to, after that I went by her house and I would sit in her studio and watch her paint. So I gradually got an idea of what it took, the types of things I was going to need. But I'm still a high school kid, and we don't have an art class. All we have is shop. So my shop teacher was a man by the name of Warren Isaac.